Have you ever looked in the mirror and not recognized the person staring back at you? Have you ever felt like pain, fear, and frustration had taken over your life? Maybe you think it's just a bad phase, but what if it's something deeper? What if it's your mind asking for help? You keep trying to handle everything. You push yourself, criticize yourself, try to please others, try to succeed. But deep down, you feel like it's never enough. Like something inside you is always sabotaging your efforts. It was like that for a long time. Until one day, life stopped you. Maybe it was a loss, a heartbreak, or a deep exhaustion. Something made you pause and ask, why does this always happen to me? And in that search for answers, you found a book. It said, you can heal your life. You started reading it unsure, but something in those words stirred something deep inside. Louise Hay wrote that the thoughts you repeat to yourself shape your reality. That what you believe about yourself becomes your life. And in that moment, you realized, how many times have you told yourself, I'm not good enough? How many times have you believed you didn't deserve love, success, or peace? You didn't know it then, but you were carrying thoughts, fears, and guilt that weren't even yours. And they were making you sick on the inside and outside. You learned that the first step was forgiveness. Not for others, but for yourself. Forgiving your parents for not giving you the love you needed. Forgiving the version of yourself that made mistakes while trying to do your best. Forgiving the harsh words you had learned to say to yourself. You wrote letters. You cried. You allowed yourself to feel. And slowly, you felt something new, lightness. Then came the mirror exercise. Looking into your own eyes and saying, I love myself. I accept myself exactly as I am. At first, you couldn't. The shame, the guilt, the sadness, all came rushing back. But you kept going. Because something inside you whispered, I deserve more than this pain. You discovered that thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become emotions. And emotions shape your life. You started using affirmations every day. I am enough. I release the past. I deserve to be happy. At first, they felt like lies. Then, they felt like prayers. And then, they became truth. Your energy began to shift. People around you noticed. Your posture, your eyes, your voice, you were coming home. Coming home to yourself. You realized you didn't need to live on autopilot anymore. You didn't need to constantly prove yourself. You didn't need to accept less than you deserve. You started treating yourself with kindness. You changed your routine. You changed the way you spoke to yourself. You began to honor your limits. To say no without guilt. To say yes with courage. You started dreaming again. What once seemed impossible now felt within reach. Because what held you back wasn't the world. It was what you believed about yourself. You realized that healing your life isn't about erasing the past, it's about giving it new meaning. About choosing to stop repeating the same story of pain. You are no longer the person who constantly criticizes yourself. You've learned to embrace yourself, to listen to yourself, to prioritize yourself. You understand now that healing doesn't come from the outside. It begins when you look within and say, I choose to love myself. Maybe today you're still in that process. Maybe it still hurts. And that's okay. But now, you're aware. You know you can change. You know you can rewrite your story. You can heal your life. And it all starts with one simple step, choosing to love yourself. As Louise Hay said, deep at the center of your being is an infinite well of love. Begin tapping into it now. Take a deep breath. Feel it. Say it to yourself. I love myself. I accept myself. I set myself free. If this message touched you, write in the comments, I choose to love myself. Share this video with someone who needs healing. It might be the beginning of a whole new life.